Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamuaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very pleasant evening to our honorable guests, brothers and sisters in tonight's meeting. Praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as we have been graced by the chance to gather in this great event today. Therefore, it is an honor for me to welcome everyone to the Town Hall election of the IRKHSSS 2022. I can see that a large number of colleagues have joined us today in this town hall session. And for that, we would like to thank you for sparing your time to be here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Asma Midurawaj, and I will be the master of the ceremony for tonight's town hall session, inshallah. So before we move further into our event, I would like to invite Brother Mus'ab Umair bin Hermi for the dua recitation. Please welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم إنك ترى هذه القلوب قد اجتمعت على محبتك واتفقت على طاعتك وتوحدت على دعوتك وتعاهدت على نصرة شريعتك فواسك اللهم رابطتها وعلي مدها واهدها سبلها واملأها بنورك الذي لا يخبو واشرح صدورها بفيض الإيمان بك وجميل التوكل عليك وأهلها بمعرفتك وأمتها على الشهادة في سبيلك إنك نعم المولى ونعم النصير ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ameen, Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you sincerely, Brother Musab, for the dua recitation. Dear brothers and sisters, now let's have a quick rundown of tonight's event, which will take place through our three main agendas. So, our first agenda is the new lineup of the Election Commission of the IRKHSSS 2022, which will be introduced by our Chairman Election Commission 2022. Second would be the announcement of the timeline and polling day of the IRKHSSS election. And the last one is the announcement of the amended rules and regulations of the Election Commission 2022. Dear brothers and sisters, now that the flow of tonight's event is brought forward, we have come to the time for us to move the spotlight to our agendas. Without wasting more of our time, I would like to welcome our chairman of the Election Commission of IRKHSSS 2022, Brother Iman Zikri bin Muhammad Helmi, to the floor. Please welcome.
Thank you, Sister Asma, the Master of Ceremony for tonight's IRKHSSS Election Town Hall 2022. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamuaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iman Zikri bin Muhammad Elmi, and I am the chairman of the Election Commission, IRKHSSS Election Commission 2022. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone to the IRKHSSS Election Town Hall tonight, where I will make three major announcements regarding the new lineup for the Election Commission, Election Tribunal Officer, and also Election Audit Committee. And then I will present the timeline of the election and also the amendment of the rules and regulation for this election. Okay, so without further ado, I will start with the first announcement, which is the new lineup for IRKHSSS Election Commission 2022. Me, myself, as a chairman, I will lead the Election Commission for this election. And I will be accompanied by two vice chairmen. Vice Chairman 1, Brother Musab Hermi, and also Vice Chairman 2, Sister Fatimah Idayu, who will also be acting as the chairman of Election Working Committee. And also we will have two secretaries in this Commission, Secretary 1, Aisha Akilah, and also Secretary 2, Sister Aisha Farhana. And for this election, we will have a treasurer, which will play a big role in managing our financial situations and budget, which will be Sister Dahlia binti Hussein. So that is for the Election Commission, the main board of the Election Commission. Next, for this Election Commission, the representatives from each secretariat will be involved in the decision making. As you can see on the screen, Brother Harith Naim, representative from Hisporium, Brother Najwan Arif, representative from POSA, Brother Amir Firhan, representative from KUSA, Brother Wan Nisrina, representative from KOSA, Sister Wan Nisrina from KOSA, and also Sister Arisha from Elites, Brother Aiman from Sofi, Sister Wafa binti Walid from Sakstar, Brother Arif Ashraf from UTSI, and Sister Nurin from Ala, Sister Izatul Najwa from Sukasa. So these are the representatives from each secretariat that will be involved in the meeting and in every decision making of the Election Commission. Next, for the Election Tribunal Officer and Election Audit Committee, Election Tribunal Officer we will have Sister Anis Farhana and also Sister Umi Nadira. And for Election Audit Committee, we will have Sister Hani Farisha and also Sister Shahanim Shafi. Okay, done with the first major announcement, the lineup of the Election Commission and also the Election Commission, Election Tribunal Officer, and also Election Audit Committee. Now we will proceed with the second major announcement, which is the IRKHSSS election timeline. We will starting the election the election period will be start by tonight, which is the town hall of election, which we are holding right now, and then we will have a period for we will have a nomination period, 26th of November, this Saturday, until 29th of November 2022, this Tuesday. The nomination period will start from the 26th of November, 10 a.m. I think there is a bit mistake on the slide, and it will be closed on the 29th of November, 5 p.m. Next, nomination day will be held on the next day, 30th of November 2022. And after that, after the announcement, nomination day is basically a final list announcement for the candidates, which me myself will announce the final list of the candidates, and also and after that, 12 p.m. until 6 p.m. the same day, we will have a period for withdrawal and objection of candidacy, and at night on the 30th of November, we will have the Election Commission will have a meeting with the candidates. Next, we will have campaigning and convincing material, which will start 7th of December 2022 until 14th of December 2022. The campaigning and convincing period will be around for 1 week, which this is at the time, or these are the period where the candidates will campaign themselves for the election. Next, we will have Speaker's Corner on the 9th of December 2022. Speaker's Corner is basically a platform which will provide for candidates who are won uncontested, but it doesn't mean that the Election Commission encourage for every candidate to won uncontested. We encourage for every position, every seats to be contested. but we have decided, because in the past election they did not provide any platform for the candidates who want uncontested to perform their ideas, to present their ideas, to promote their manifestos and etc. So we have decided to give a platform for this election. And then the next day, 10th of December 2022, candidate workshop. This is an obligation for every candidate to join the workshop on this day, on that day. And then on the 12th of November, on the 12th of December 2022, there will be secretariat debate for those who for every position that have been contested, meaning for every position that have competition, they will have secretariat debate. And on the 13th of December, we will have treasurer and secretary debate. The next day, 14th of December, which is also the final day for campaign period, we will have the presidential debate. Sorry. And on the next day, 15th of December 2022, we will have our polling day, inshallah. And on the 16th of December, basically 24 hours after the announcement, there will be an objection period. Yeah, I think that's all for the timeline of the election. Now we are going to the final or the final announcement that I'm going to make, which is the amendment of rules and regulation. There are a few amendment that we made, the election commission made. We discussed among each other because we want the rules and regulation to be more suitable with the current situation. So I'll start with the first one for the election commission. For this time, we have decided to add two positions, vice chairman, the second vice chairman, who will also acting as the chairman of election working committee, EWC, and also we have added a position for a treasurer, as I said before, for to manage the financial budget of this election. And also for this election, we have we give a little bit flexibility because before this, in the past election, in the past rules and regulation, the council of chairperson needs to be involved in the election commission, but for this election, we have decided to give a little bit of flexibility to only be representative from each secretariat, meaning each secretariat need to send their representative to be involved in the election commission and also in the decision making. Number two, qualification of the candidate. We have decided to add three important rules in the qualification of a candidate. The first one is the candidate needs to complete at least one regular semester for IRKHSSS seat, meaning for the main board seat. And students from the first semester students are eligible to be a candidate for secretariat seat. And lastly, in the qualification of the candidate, we have decided to add that final year students are not allowed to contest in this election. The third amendment that we have made, which is the restriction of candidacy, we have decided that a nominator and a seconder shall not be a nominator and a seconder for other candidate. Meaning that if that person have already become a nominator or a seconder for a candidate, so they cannot be a nominator and a seconder for the other candidate. So we are going to be a little bit strict on that for this election. Number 4, the registration of candidate. The election commission have discussed and have decided that a reasonable payment may be charged for the nomination form, and we have decided that for this election, 30 ringgit will be the amount that we are going to that the candidate need to pay to get the nomination form. So it's basically a deposit that the candidate need to pay to the election commission, because it's like a deposit that they're going to pay to the election commission. So if let's say that the candidate breach or break the rules and regulation during the election period, then they will not get back the deposit. But if the candidate follow all the rules and regulation during the election period, then that candidate will get back the deposit. The deposit will be returned to that candidate. Okay. Number 5, submission of nomination form. We have decided that it's pretty much related to the one before, which the candidates need to submit the receipt of the payment of the deposit together with the nomination form. Number 6, withdrawal of candidacy. We have decided in the past election, the election commission did not provide any time or period for the candidates to withdraw their candidacy after the final list announcement has been made. But for this election, we have discussed and we have a consensus agreement between all the election commission that we will give a little bit of flexibility. We will give a certain period of time for the candidate to withdraw their candidacy after the final list announcement has been made. And the deposit will not be returned back once the candidate withdraw from the election. Number 7, I think this is the last amendment that we have made, the election commission have made. Election campaign, as we know, in the past election, only online campaign is allowed, but in this election, because everything is go online, everything has already go physical. We have physical class, physical program, and etc. So we have decided that the election campaign for this election will be physical, and all the canvassing material, campaign material, posters and banners that the candidates want to promote during the campaign period need to be submitted to the IRKHSSS election commission email for permission and also approval. Okay. I think that's all for the amendments of rules and regulation. Right now, I will announce the seat contested in IRKHSSS election 2022. So for IRKHSSS seats, only main board seats will be contested. 3 seats for presidential seats and 2 for secretary and treasurer seats. And the chances of the seats are equal for local and international candidates, meaning that there is no discrimination between local and international students. Everyone is welcome to be to involve in this election as a candidate. Next, Council of Chairperson seats. As we know that right now, currently we have 10 secretariats in IRKHSS. So every secretariat will offer 1 seat, meaning that we will open 1 seat for each secretariat for the chairperson position, meaning that 1 seat for Secretariat of Arabic Language and Literature, and also for Secretariat of Communication, Secretariat of English Language and Literature, Secretariat of History and Civilization, Secretariat of Fiqh and Usul Fiqh, Secretariat of Quran and Sunnah Studies, Secretariat of Usuluddin and Comparative Religion, Secretariat of Political Science, Secretariat of Psychology, and Secretariat of Sociology and Anthropology. All the secretariats that I have been mentioned just now only offer the chairperson seats. And I think that's all from me. Thank you so much to everyone who have been involved in this town hall. I hope as the chairman of Election Commission 2022, we hope that the spirit of the 15th general election is still in our soul, and I hope that the spirit will be transformed into the involvement of the students in this election. Because in my opinion, in this current era, we need a very credible leaders to lead us in this kuliah. And I hope those who are capable to lead and those who are capable to guide the students in this kuliah should be involved in this election and should be contested in this election. And I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for your attention. I will pass the floor back to Sister Asma. Thank you very much.
Thank you kindly, Brother Iman, for the brief and clear elaboration of our agendas of the night. We hope that the briefing provides value to everyone present here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the end of the briefing denotes the start of the Q&A session. I'm sure that at this point, some of you may be in dire need of clarification. Thus, we will open the floor to our guests, dearest brothers and sisters, to ask any questions as the time is unrestricted. You may ask your questions in the chat box below, and inshallah, Brother Iman will take over and answer them for you. All right, so I think it's best if we could give out maybe a minute or two, just in case anyone would like to take their time and come up with the questions. Because as we all know, the Election Commission have presented all the agendas that is very important, and I'm sure some of you may need some sort of clarification.
Hi, sorry, I think I just want to take this opportunity to announce that it's not announced, it's not an announcement. Just want to say that all the rules and regulation, the full rules and regulation, all students can see and can download the rules and regulation in the link tree that will be provided in IRKHSSS Instagram account. Okay, that's it. That's all from me.
All right, thank you very much, Brother Iman, for the reminder. So it seems like we do not have any questions from the chat box or from the audience, so that is okay. So since there's no question being asked, we shall move on to our next session. So honorable guests, let us all put ourselves together as we will be moving on to the photography session. We would highly appreciate it if everyone, if not most, would turn on their cameras so that we may savor the experience of this event together. All right, so it seems like we have some slight miscommunication there. It's okay, we'll take that with pride. So, as the saying goes, to every beginning there is an ending, and now the ceremony has come to an end. Once again, we would like to thank everyone for gracing our ceremony as we deeply value your presence. On behalf of the organizing committees, I would like to apologize for any shortcomings that occurred throughout this event. I will end my duty as the master of ceremony for today's event with wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Take care and stay safe.